Fight fans, fight fans, fight fans. This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Big Dean, Whyte, Deontay Wilder, and Dillian, the body snatcher Whyte. Get this, Dean Whyte, in his latest interview, stated that Dillian Whyte and Deontay Wilder is good for boxing. Let me counterpunch. This is what I'd say. I would say that's a good fight. That could happen. Is it a fight that can happen? Well, it depends on a lot of factors, actually. Politics, of course, but it depends on who really wants that fight. It depends on if Deontay Wilder really wants to fight Dillian Whyte. They've both had the common opponent, Tyson Fury. So that is always a common denominator, right? But more importantly, they both got knocked out by Tyson Fury. But they're both, I think, should be more concerned with their health at this point. I know Dean didn't mean like tomorrow, right? But at some point this year, these two could come together, DW and DW, and see which DW is the best. And I think it's very interesting now because normally I would have thought that Wilder would have smoked Whyte simply because he was faster and taller and he had that right hand cannon. But due to the fact that Deontay Wilder has put on so much muscle mass, you can tell the muscle has really weighed him down. And we know Dillian Whyte is kind of topsy-turvy and he's overweight as well. Let's face it, he has too much muscle mass. His top body is too big. Okay, so it makes him not as balanced as he should be. So I think that at the end of the day, at the very end of the day, that fight could be very interesting as long as it lasts. Because anytime you have someone like Dillian Whyte and Deontay Wilder, I think that's a different type of beef. I think the beef between Dillian Whyte and Deontay Wilder was way more than Tyson Fury and Dillian Whyte. Why? Because Dillian Whyte and Tyson Fury was just friends. And what I could see, those guys saw each other and remembered their friendship from back in the day because they haven't seen each other from back in the day. And when they did, it was no animosity or no disrespect. It was all love and all respect. But Dillian Whyte, Deontay Wilder is a different story. Dillian Whyte wanted to fight Deontay Wilder, and Deontay Wilder told him to do certain things. Deontay Wilder has called Dillian Whyte a guard dog, or what did he call Dillian Whyte exactly? Not Annabelle. That's what he called Anthony Joshua. He called him like a has-been, not a has-been. Anthony Joshua leftovers. He did call him that. He's called him a puppet for Eddie Hearn. He's called him a lot of derogatory things. And the same for Dillian Whyte. He's called Deontay Wilder a crackhead. He's called him a lot of things, right? But the son of God, but the child of God. So he's called him a lot of stuff. Okay, so I think these guys have mutual animosity for each other. And that always makes for a great buildup and an excellent clash in a battle. Okay, so yes, I agree with Dean Whyte. I think these guys should fight. They have really nothing to lose. One was the WBC heavyweight champion for years. The other was the WBC interim champion for years. And they no longer have those titles. So I think these guys have anything else to prove but their pride. And I think they want to show who's the best. And I think they have a score to settle. And I think it's a great reckoning for these guys to get in the ring. But anyway, you guys tell me what you think of Dean Whyte thinking that Dillian Whyte and Deontay Wilder should clash. Tell me what you think. Please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.